Get in these room. All right. All right. All right. If you have any questions, type them into the comment section below. All right. We're gonna get into it. I'm gonna give y'all a couple more, like one more minute. All right. Get into it. Check this. All right. Start it up. All right. Shalom, Israel. We are the Isupk. Started out of 1 West on 25th Street, Harlem, New York. All right. We've been teaching the truth since 1969. We are under Commander General Yohana. All right. We're here to teach the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, the truth of this Bible. All right. As you know, today is what? The biblical brotherhood class. All right. Every Tuesday we got brotherhood class. All right. Every Tuesday, man, you want to make sure that you get your precept books. You understand? I always got mine on deck. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for Captain Ahmad to get here so he can break down these scriptures. All right. So we're going to go to the book of Jeremiah, the 2nd chapter and the 4th verse. All right. Show y'all something, man. Brotherhood is what's going to save our lives, man, and serving the Lord. All right. When you go look outside, you understand? You look off your TV screens when you go outside the doors of the sanctuary, man. You are entering into the world where brotherhood is not here. Loving the Lord, not with with your mouth, but loving the Lord with your actions is not out there. And this is why Christ said to shine your light, show other people that they should serve the Lord. Show them the beautiful things that the Lord gives you when you obey Him. All right. So let's read. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, and verse 4. It said, "Hear ye the word of the Lord, O house of Jacob." You're seeing that it's not talking about the whole world. Earlier, I was talking to a bunch of black people that, believe that they can be Muslims. They think that, the Bible is God loves everybody. The Most High don't love everybody. He's racist. You understand? He only loves the blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans, man. You dig what I'm saying? So it says, "Hear ye the word of the Lord, O house of Jacob, and all the families of the house of Israel." You understand? So it's talking about those 12 tribes of Israel. All right? Verse 5. "Thus saith the Lord, what iniquity have your fathers found in me?" What iniquities have your fathers found in me? Let's figure out why the Lord is asking this question. That they are going away from me. So the Lord is saying right here, what did I do wrong? How did I wrong your fathers? To the point where they not serving me no more. Today we ain't serving the Lord. Other than if you up here in the school, it's like school universal practical knowledge. And here, you gonna serve the Lord. Out there, you not. So the Lord, like, what wrong did I do to your fathers? You know why you asking that? Because in this time period right here, the book of Jeremiah, we had the temple, we had everything, man. We was up in Jerusalem, you know what I mean, living good. The Lord was blessing us, and then we wanted to do evil. We felt as though that, okay, We don't gotta serve the Lord. You understand? We started to become wicked individuals. All right. It says, "What iniquity have your fathers found in me, that they are going away from me, and have walked after vanity?" What is vanity? Is evilness, man. It's things that is of nothing. You think things that is vile. We out here today worshiping Buddha, worshiping Allah, worshiping Caesar Borgia. Who's supposed to be this white man, this white man that's supposed to be Christ. We worshiping all types of evil entities. We think that a rock, we think that a mineral that the Lord made is going to actually protect us and give us a solution to our problems. You understand? We walk at the vanity, man. All right, boom, boom, and are become vain. We became vain people, man. Look at us today. We hate one another. We worship whatever we want to worship. We celebrate whatever we want to celebrate, but we're not celebrating the high holy days that the Lord told us to keep. As a man, I should not have to tell a grown woman that she should put on some clothes. But that's a conversation that I had to have with grown women of the nation of Israel, because we are followers after vanity. You understand what I'm saying? We want to follow after every other nation, and we don't want to do what the Lord said to do. So because that's what we want to do, this is why we're in a predicament that we're in now. All right. In the time of Jeremiah, it was destined for him to have to go to the people. You understand? He was told as a young child, the Lord came to Jeremiah and told him that you're going to teach, and I'm going to be, my words is going to go, you're going to speak, you're going to say what I want you to say to these people, and you're going to warn them and let them understand what they must do. You know what I mean? He was told this as a young boy. And Jeremiah was like, look, I don't know how I'm gonna do all that. I'm so young. Like, look at me. You know what I mean? Who am I to go? You know what I mean? Tell these people all these words. But the Lord told him, man, don't fear it, man. That's the spirit of the Lord. You understand? Perfect love for the Lord casts out fear, man. All right. So let's keep going. Verse 6, neither said they, where is the Lord that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, that led us through the wilderness? You understand? Like they not trying to serve the Lord. The same power, the same God that got us out of the captivity in Egypt. You understand? Got us out of the captivity in Egypt. Got us through the wilderness. Fed us when we didn't have anything, and we were so ungrateful. We were so ungrateful. Like, the Lord should have had punished all of us, man. The Lord should have had just punished all of us because we wanted to do what we wanted to do. We started going against the Lord. You understand what I'm saying? 1 second. No. Yeah. Come in, sit up in the front. I need the Bible. Yeah. I got one on my phone back there. Take this and sit up in front. Don't sound crazy. Welcome to the UPK. All right. Y'all have any questions? Make sure you type them in. You got any questions? I can answer for you now. Or if I can't answer it, Captain Amaya, sure I can answer it for you when you get here. All right. You have any questions? All right, no sweat. So right now we at the book of Jeremiah, the second chapter, and the fourth verse. All right, I'm gonna give you some time. I'm gonna build up on what I was speaking on, catch you up on everything. All right. So again, this time in the beginning of Jeremiah, you get an account that the Lord came to Jeremiah and let him know he's going to have to step up. You understand, and be a prophet of the Lord. He's going to have to give. You understand the prophecy that was going to happen. You understand, give the warnings to the Israelites, showing us our transgressions. Today we are in a jam. We in hell because we ain't serving the Lord. You dig what I'm saying? And it's our job in the Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge, to let it be known that we are to serve the Lord, man. And that's the only way we're going to get out of this hell. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. So, Salaki, brother. All right, so I'm going to read from where I had started off. All right, I got the verse 5. It says, this is Jeremiah chapter 2 and verse 4. Hear ye the word of the Lord, O house of Jacob, and all the families of the house of Israel. Verse 5, thus saith the Lord, what iniquity have your fathers found in me, that they are gone far from me? That's why here in the Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge, we are here to show you to serve the Lord. We're here to show you how to do it, why you should, and why you should never drop your sword. That's the UPK saying, never drop your sword. You stay strong. You understand? You get counsel when you feel weak. You understand? You pray, you fast. You understand? You do things in order to keep marching in this storm that we in. Because it's going to be a time, man. Maybe not in your lifetime, but maybe in the future and for the tomorrow. Our children and the younger in the next generation to come, maybe they can see that. Maybe we'll come through them and be able to see it. You understand? But we got to put in the work. You got something to say?
No.
No sweat. All right, verse 5. Thus said the Lord, what iniquity have your fathers found in me, that they are gone far from me, and have walked after vanity and are become vain. We became a wicked people. I should not have to tell a woman to put on clothes. You understand? You on social media showing everything. You understand? A man should not know your areola sizes. A man shouldn't know if you got stretch marks on your behind. You was taught at a young age to keep a girl puts on her clothes. She keep her clothes on. Everybody shouldn't see your nakedness. Why do somebody have to teach you that when you're pushing 40, you're 30 years old? You want to know why? Because of all the things that we follow in this world. We follow every wicked thing in this world. And this is why we are continue being punished. Once we stop serving these other gods, we start serving the living God, the God of Israel, then that's when things is going to start looking better in our favor as a nation. Now, I'm not saying that the Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge, isn't getting those blessings from the Lord. We do. How do we know? We don't have the hate. We ain't getting phone calls. Such got locked up, man. Officer such got locked up. Trooper such got locked up. Hey, man, that brother got killed. No, the Lord protects us. He protects his house. Imagine if a whole nation was like that. The whole nation was like that, where we don't have to get the phone calls. One of our people get pulled over by police. That police officer would not have no reason, because we know, one, the Lord is going to be with you. Remember, he said, if you serve me, I'll make your enemies be at peace with you. So we had to do these things so that we can protect ourselves and others. All right. Verse 6, it says, neither said they, where is the Lord that brought us up out of the land of Egypt? We know what happened in Egypt. We were slaves. Don't let no Egyptologist tell you that you was not a slave in Egypt. They refer to us as Hyksos in the records. You understand? They got records where they gave us bear and they gave us bear and bread. No, that was like them. That was welfare to them, us. You know what I mean? Bread and bear. You know what I'm saying? That's what they gave us. You understand the drown in our misery and be able to put something on our stomachs. And the Lord destroyed African children. They think everybody think the God of this Bible is just so peace, love, and harmony, and kisses and rainbows and unicorns. No, He is not what the Christian pastor told you. The Lord is a man of war, like in Exodus 15:3, and we supposed to be what? Men of war. Don't it say you should be like, you know what I mean? You're supposed to be like your father with integrity. You understand that protective spirit. You understand, not being a unrighteous man. You want to have all those type of qualities, all those things that falls under a loyal soldier of the Lord. You want to have all that. Obey orders. You obey orders, guess what? You ain't gonna do what the Lord not tell you to do. And here you're gonna obey orders. If you want to be in the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna obey orders because those orders is to save your life. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to tell you, I was a hothead. I wanted to always, you disrespect me, I want to fight. They taught me, don't do that. That's not what we do. And I've seen certain situations that if I would have reacted the wrong way, I'd probably be dead or in jail. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we had to obey orders. You understand? We had to always remember what the Lord did for us. That's why we celebrate the Passover. Over here, we got, in any school in the UPK, on the website, we have the list of all the high holy days, all the, the remembrance, memorials that we celebrate. You understand? And we every year we celebrate the Passover when we celebrate the Lord delivering us out of the hands of the Egyptians, the Africans. You understand? And guess what? We didn't get out of there with being at peace with our enemy and voting in the Pharaoh. We got out of there with it required blood. You understand? Remember that song that came out last year, Bring It Back in Blood? You know what I mean? Got It Back in Blood, something like that? Like, that was us. You know what I'm saying? The key reading, all right? It says, in the shadow of death, through the land that no man passed through, and where no man dwelt, and I brought you into a plentiful country to eat the fruit thereof and the goodness thereof. But when ye entered, ye defiled my land and made my heritage an abomination. Like, this is the Lord telling us, man, I put you in a good position. I gave you the land of milk and honey. And you went in there and you turned your back on me. Like, that's like, let's take it in the world terms, right? You got homies, right? You got homies. Imagine your homie, he know that you got money in a certain place in your house, right? Some people, they might just know. You might get that comfortable with them. Hey, man, I keep my money right here. You know what I mean? My Glock right here and all that. And then you go back, you leave him in the crib. Hey, man, I'll be back. And you go back in your spot and you see your money ain't there. The only person that know where your money and your Glock is at is him, your homie. It will hurt you, right? It will hurt you. How you think the Lord feel? Lord sat up there and sent angels. Made Moses, revealed everything to Moses. Moses said, it says in the Bible that Moses knew things. The Lord taught him things that a lot that he gave us, but there was a lot he didn't give us. The Lord was giving him everything. He probably knew what was going to happen today. That Levite, that Haitian, Moses wasn't Haitian. You understand? The ones that nobody wants to Zion, though they are the Lord's chosen people as well. They are part of those 12 tribes. It's all right, Africa. You don't want them? Listen, Haitians, this is your home. You don't need Africa. You come to the Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge, and we can work miracles, man. You dig what I'm saying? Like we need to stick together. You understand? Boom, boom, boom. What was I at? Boom, boom, boom. All right. It says, and made my heritage an abomination. We defiled. You understand what the Lord gave us, man? He gave us everything. And we wanted to hate one another. We wanted to go sleep with other nations. Like you know that you hate your own people when you go sleep with another nation. Like a black men usually go and get the white girl, the Chinese girl. Look at Jeezy. And this is the Lord said, don't go sleep with these other nations, because if you go sleep with these other nations, I'm gonna ask you a question. What happened when most black men go sleep with other nations, or a sister go sleep with another nation? What usually happens?
Yeah, they leave to change religions.
Exactly. You know what I mean? We get your hand on that. You know what I mean? That's what usually happens. What usually happens is, hey, Shalom, how about you? You ready for the class, sir? Come. Usually when we go sleep with another nation, we go want to deal with them, and listen, man, our sisters, man, they'll go lay down with that white man, and guess what? That fried chicken and that macaroni and baked macaroni and cheese start turning into casseroles. You know what I mean? And yeah, the potato salad. You know what I mean? Her potato salad was top notch at the cookout. Now when she come back, nobody they like don't eat Trish potato salad no more. You lose your whole zeal of just who you are. You change up your lingo and your religion. You go against the Lord. All right. With that being said, I'm gonna pass the class over to the priest and captain. I'm out of the show.
All right, go out on the dash. All right. All right. Anybody have any questions? What's going on, brother? What's your name, Mark? Rory. All right. Nice to meet you. You have any questions? All right. Let me know if we have anything online. Lots. All right. No sweat. How you hear about the truth?
I'm sorry.
How you hear about the truth?
Well, I've been watching videos and everything online.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Mosaic.
Different classes and everything. I've been following.
Okay.
For about 2 years.
Okay. Mosaic Christ. So a few things we're gonna get into tonight. Right. We're gonna get into Black history. Right. Of course. This is so-called Black History Month, February. Right. And the world is going to be taught about Martin Luther King and all these so-called black leaders that really have really did nothing for blacks and Hispanics and the indigenous people. So we're going to touch on to real black history, right? Let's go to Jeremiah, the 17th chapter, and verse 4. All right, let's start there. And Nakar, if we have anything online, let me know. All right.
Come, sir.
All right, brother. What's your name one more time?
Rory.
All right, brother. Read Jeremiah 17, verse 4. When you get it, read it nice and loud, all right? Right fast in the car. You hold on. Can you hold Isaiah, right? 30 and then 30 at verse 1. All right, you can hold that for me, please. Isaiah 30 and 1. Matter of fact, hold Isaiah 30 and 1. Yes, 30 and 1. You hold that. Go ahead, brother. Read Jeremiah 17 and verse 4. All right. You got it. Yes, please. I'm coming with it.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage, and I give thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
So now, if I could, let me stop you for 1 second, right? So now the Lord is saying here, you can cut the heat down just a tad, if you don't mind the car. Right, the Lord say here, thou, even thyself, right? shall discontinue from thy heritage. Now, to continue means to keep running, right? To discontinue something would means to stop. Now, what is our heritage that God gave us that stop? Number one, we go into how the Lord passed the covenants down to Abraham, right? Then Abraham was supposed to pass it down to his people. The Most High also told Abraham that he will be our God and that we will be his people. Today, we are not his people. Today, we are out here in America strung out on drugs. We out here about to get ready for Black History Month, man, about to praise these so-called leaders, and it's because of them our heritage stopped. You understand me? Read on, brother. Nice and loud, please.
It said, and I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
Now, who did we serve in America for 400 plus years? The oppressor, right? That's the transatlantic slave trade. Now, let me ask you a question, brother. Did you know the transatlantic slave trade was prophesied in the Bible? Do you know that? There you go. Moses, right? A black man. Now, this is real Black history. Black history is Moses spoke about the transatlantic slave trade thousands of years ago, and what happened? It came to pass. But ain't nobody teaching that in America. In America, we go to class and our history classes, and we go to school. They teach us about Martin Luther King, when really we should be being taught about Moses. Moses parted the Red Sea, a black man, right, from the tribe of Levi, so-called Haitian today, right, and delivered the children of Israel out of captivity. We ain't being taught that, but that is real Black history, and our heritage was taken away from us. That's why we went into slavery. That's why we went on cargo slave ships, man. That's why our name, we don't even know that we are Israelites. We go by what? African American. What's some other names we go by? Give me a couple other names we go by, Akim. You know? You ask somebody their nationality, they may say what? Nakar?
They say I'm like Baptist or Muslim.
I'm Baptist, or I'm Muslim, or you may hear somebody say I'm black.
Right.
When is black a nationality? Black is not a nationality. What is black? Black is a color.
Right.
You understand? Like if somebody's saying I'm black, you saying you're a color. You ain't saying your actual nationality. Let's go to Acts, right? Brother, you get that for me. Go to Acts 13 and verse 1. Nakar, you read Jeremiah 30 and 1, what I call for, please. All right? We're going to get into real Black history tonight. Go ahead, read that when you get it, Nakar.
If I could.
Please, come on with it.
Definitely, like, what you're saying is heavy because it just dawned on me, like, they not teaching on so many things, and what I seen them teaching on, it was like, we got to cast this COVID spirit out of the earth. They praying like for hours, and I'm like, only if y'all knew that was the Lord doing something for us.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's the sad part about it.
Absolutely. Even with what you just brought out, that's Black history.
Right.
You understand me? That's real Black History Month. When the Lord said he had sent plagues and curses and diseases in the last days of time. And the COVID-19 and the Omicron, listen, man, that stuff was mentioned in this Black History book. You cannot have a Black History Month and not go by this book. When this book is Black history, man, we don't care about to fall down the car. You understand me? From what the hell we done went through. From Christ dying on that cross. From Moses parting the Red Sea. From Jeremiah being in his captivity. The prophet Daniel, so on and so on. And everything that we then went through as a nation of people. Why? Because we refuse to obey the commandments of God. Right. You understand me? Read Acts 13 and verse 1, brother. Nice and loud. Grab the microphone so they can hear you line, all right?
And he was seen many days of thee, which came up with him from Galilee.
You had 13 and 1, Acts 13 and verse 1. No sweat. You may got to cut the microphone down just a little bit on the call so we don't get too much feedback. All right.
Come.
All right. Just cut it down a little tad. Throughout. I appreciate it. All right. We'll go to Acts in the New Testament, 13 and verse 1. Go ahead.
Acts 13:1. Now there were in the church, and there were Antioch certain prophets and teachers.
So now this church was in Antioch, right? Right. Antioch was like a city or a place. So and on this church, it was right prophets and teachers. Go ahead.
And Barnabas.
Barnabas.
And Barnabas.
Mm-hmm.
And Simeon, they were called Niger.
See that? What is God saying here? That the prophets of God were called what? Read that last word you just read.
Niger.
See that? The prophets of God were called Niger. Now, what is Niger? Go ahead, brother. Raise your hand next time. Right, but what is the term Niger? Where did the term Niger come from? The term Niger is the Latin word for nigger. You understand me? That is Niger, right? Niger is the Latin word for nigger. So right. Now the Lord saying here that there were certain prophets, right? Antioch, right? And teachers and Barnabas and Simeon that was called Niger. Now, the oppressor, they called themselves prophets, right? They also called themselves the children of God. The Most High is saying here, the real prophets were called Niger. And Niger is the Latin term for nigger.
Right.
And don't they still call us nigger today? A judge just had to resign. I forget her name. Oh my God. A couple of black folks came around, right? They broke in her car, right? And she was on camera, right? She was on camera saying, look, they look like some roaches. Look at these niggers. Look at these niggers. Look at these niggers. That's what they call us till this day. They still call us niggers, man. You understand me? Why don't we know these things? Why don't we know? Why don't we realize that the real prophets of God were called niggers, man? So with that being said, why don't we know we are the children of God? Think about it. We in Black History Month. They're going to talk about Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King. Give me some more black names, Nicole.
Coretta Scott King.
Oh, you forget about her, man. What's the other one on the baseball player? Jackie Robinson.
Robert D. Du Bois.
Here you go, man. You forget about it. So on and so on. They're going to talk about all these black folks, right? When we should really be talking about this Bible. You understand me? Because this Bible, this book right here, is going to bring us out of hell. All right, read Isaiah 30 and verse 1, Nicole.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Woe to the rebellious children.
Now, what is woe? What does woe mean? Woe means what? Old Quaker English. Woe. If I say woe be unto you, what do it sound like it means? Like, man, I'm going to destroy you, right? Woe is Old Quaker English for destruction. That's woe, right? When you read woe inside the Bible, it's in most cases, it's talking about destruction. Read that again from the top. Let everybody know where you at, brother.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 1.
All right, we're at Isaiah 30 and 1. Go ahead.
Woe to the rebellious children.
Why is the Lord saying woe to the rebellious children? We wonder why every time we wake up, it's another black man being shot in the head. Or it's another sister being raped and molested, man. Our brothers and our sisters, just bloody, blood everywhere. Kensington, Allegheny, North Philly, you forget about it. A cop just lost her son. You understand me? Right there on Broad and Allegheny. Why? Because the Most High is destroying us. We wonder why we're on child support. We wonder why we can't keep our spouses. A man can't stay with a woman. A woman can't stay with a man. All of that is inside this book. Read that again from the top, Isaiah 30 and verse 1.
Woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me.
We take counsel. Who the hell do we take counsel from? TD Jake.
Right.
Who else? Go ahead, Nicole.
Shoot. Friends that don't have no knowledge of the Lord.
if I could, friends that's high.
Right.
That's afraid to get the vaccine. I know you're so afraid to get the vaccine. You're not afraid to smoke the weed that the weed man is putting in that bag. I don't understand people. You should want to listen to a doctor than you trusting a weed man. You don't know what the hell he's putting in that bag of weed, man.
Mm-hmm.
He could be putting fentanyl in there.
Right.
You understand? They could be lacing that with some cocaine. They could be lacing it with heroin, man. They could be lacing it with, oh yeah, some of the doses of the COVID-19. Because everybody is afraid of that. We're afraid of that, but we're not afraid, to get high, man.
Right.
The Lord saying, woe be unto the rebellious children, because we don't hearken unto God. We take counsel from our own friends, from our own family members,
Right.
from these so-called leaders, so-called black leaders that really, they ain't leading black folks at all. They leading us somewhere. It's in a deep behind hole.
Right.
That it's hard for us to get the hell up out of there. Go ahead, read on, brother.
Come. That take counsel, but not of me.
See that? We take counsel, but not of God. How you know we don't take counsel of God? God said what? Take heed to the physician. God said what? That the prophets of God were called nigger. Were called niger, man.
Right.
What else did God say? God said Moses was a black man. Oh yeah, we want to get into it. We want to get into real black history tonight, man. God said King David was a black man. God gave us laws. He gave us statutes. He gave us commandments inside this Bible so we can prosper. That's the thing, though, Akim and Aquafim. When we don't listen to our fathers, man, or our parents, you make mistakes. You make mistakes that you will regret. And we are regretting sinning against the Most High every single day. When you look at our condition that we are in America, read on.
Come. And that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit.
Now, what do we cover ourselves with? Give me it in a literal term. Of course, this ain't literal, right? But give it to me in a literal term. How can you cover yourself of a covering that's not of God? I give you one. Adam and Eve.
Right.
What did they do when they sinned against God? Y'all know? If you don't know, that's okay. They put on the fig leaves of the other nations. They put on the spirit of Christianity. They put on the spirit of Islam, right? So now, give me a covering, right? That's not of God, but is of the world. I just gave it to you. What do Muslims do? They cover themselves up, right? And a what? A ninja suit. That's what I like to call it. They don't like me. You understand? They be ready to kill me. They call it ninja suit. Take that ninja suit off, man. They ain't gonna like that. Take those dresses off. That's what it is. It's a dress. You understand me? We cover ourselves of a covering, right? That is not of God's spirit. Read on.
Come. That they may add sin to sin.
And they do what?
Add sin to sin.
Now, what is sin? That they may add sin to sin. You know what sin is, young brother?
Yeah.
What is sin?
It's a transgression of the law, right?
There you go. And when you transgress the law, you, in other words, did what?
You don't follow.
You broke the law. You understand? That's transgression, right? When you transgress the laws, you break the laws of God. You understand me? So now the Lord is saying here, we add sin to sin, man. Sun gods to sun gods. Christianity to Christianity. One blunt of weed turned into what? 50. You understand? We smoking one blunt today. Yeah, I hear you. And the next hour, we're smoking about 5, 10, 15, 20, so on and so on blunts. You understand? When we don't just do one sin, we add sin to sin. Drop down to verse 9.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 9.
Start at verse 8.
Verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
Now go, write it before them in the table and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever.
Go ahead.
Verse 9, that this is a rebellious people.
Read it again.
This is a rebellious people.
Yeah, this is a rebellious people. We hard-headed.
Right.
We don't listen. You understand me? It's like we trying to change ourselves, but we ain't willing to do something different. That's insanity. Oh, I want to get off of cocaine. I got to get off of cocaine. Ah, cocaine, good. I know I got to start smoking crack one day. I know one day I'm going to put down the weed. One day, brother. Listen, y'all saying they talk about Martin Luther King. Y'all know what they all doing, right? Y'all smoking. You understand me? We are a rebellious nation of people. We don't get it. And that's our problem. We lack brotherhood. We lack sisterhood. And we lack treating somebody how we want to be treated. One thing in America, right? And it's such an evil spirit. America teaches you to be selfish, to only worry about what you want and where you want to go and where you want to be in life. When God called us to have the spirit of Christ, to have a giving spirit, to have a caring spirit, to have a spirit that will not only think of myself, but have a spirit that will also think of somebody else. You look at tons of, poor black folks that's out there homeless, that could barely eat, that's out there panhandling for change, man. Why do you think they're going through so much hell? Because we lack brotherhood. We go through hell because of how we live our lives, man. That's where diseases come from. Diseases don't come from out of nowhere. Diseases come from how you live your life. Where do cancer come from? You think cancer came out of nowhere? Cancer came from how you live your life, what you put in your body, what you put in your temple, man, what you put inside of you. The Lord is saying here, the Israelites, when I say Israelites, I'm talking about blacks, Hispanics, and the indigenous people, because we are the Israelites of this Bible. And where did Israelite even come from? Where did it start from originally? Anybody know? Where did it start from? Let's go to Genesis. All right, let's go to the book of Genesis right fast. Genesis, the 32nd chapter. And we're going to start at verse. Hold on, bear with me 1 second. Let me know if we have any questions online, okay?
No questions as of yet, sir.
All right, we're going to go to Genesis 32. And let's start at 27. Whoever has it first, go ahead and read it. Genesis 32 and 27.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 32, and verse 27. And he said unto him, what is thy name? And he said, Jacob.
Now, we all know about Jacob, right? Jacob is our father, right? Jacob had 12 boys, right? So he came up to him, that's the angel, right? He said, what's your name? He said, I'm Jacob. What's Jacob's name in Hebrew? Yaiqua, right? Read on.
Verse 28, and he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel.
See this is the beginning right here. This is the beginning where it all started, man. Remember, it wasn't no Israelites during the time of Adam. It was Adamites, man. You understand me? The people that followed Adam, that obeyed Adam. Right now is when the Lord is starting to deal with Yaiqua, right? So now he's saying, what's your name? He said, my name Yaiqua. I'm Jacob. Read that last line again from the top, Nicole.
And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel.
See that? He said, your name ain't going to be called Jacob, but now your name is going to be called Israel, which in Hebrew is Yasha'Allah. Read on.
For as a prince has thou power with God.
See that? This is real black history right here. What do Israel mean? A prince of the power. You understand? That's what Israel means. Israel means prince of the power. And let me tell you something. A prince of the power ain't supposed to be smoking weed. How you know a prince of the power ain't supposed to be smoking weed? Is smoking weed a sin? You know, brother, right? Why you say it's a sin?
I forgot to break down. I've heard it before, but I forgot.
Gotcha. No sweat. I understand. I can give you one, right? When the Lord said, "We are the temple of the Most High God," right? So this is not our body. This is God's body, right? And also, like Christ said, "You were bought with a price." Christ is crucified on that cross, not so we can do what we want to do with our bodies, but so we can live uprightly. To serve God, you have to pay. I'm trying to tell you, not smoking cigarettes is painful. If you've been smoking cigarettes for 10, 20, 25, 30 years, not smoking weed is painful. If you've been smoking weed your whole entire life, what did Christ say? Christ said, when you come up in here, I'm paraphrasing it, right? He said, take your burden, man. Take that cross. Christ also said, ye shall endure because as these last days come closer and closer, and like I brought out last week, Russia and Ukraine about to get on. We about to go into World War III. It is going to happen, man.
Right.
And a lot of people are going to die. And in these days of time that we are in, the Most High want us to know about real Black history. That we ain't African American. How you know we ain't African American? Where is African American inside the Bible? Where is that? And how can we be African? You got to think about that, right? How can we be African? Who had us in captivity for a long time? Why did Moses have to lead us out of Egypt? Why did he had to part the Red Sea? We were in bondage under Pharaoh. Did the Egyptians have Egyptians in captivity? Hell no. The Egyptians had Black people in captivity. You understand me? The Lord telling Jacob, hey, he's saying, listen, brother, your name ain't going to be called Jacob anymore. But now your name is going to be called Israel, which means a prince and a power with God, with Yahweh, the Most High. Read on.
Come. All right. Boom, boom. 1 second. Boom, boom. For as a prince has thou power with God and with men, and has prevailed. Verse 29.
All right, so that's the beginning right there, right? Somebody asked you about the beginning. Where did Israel come from, right? What happened? Jacob wrestled with the angel, right? And Jacob had willpower. So now the Lord changed his name. He said, your name ain't going to be Jacob anymore, but now your name is going to be called Israel, Yasha'Allah in the Hebrew. All right? Drop that. Okay. Let's get a little more on Black history. Let's go to, hold on, bear with me 1 second. Let's go to Jeremiah, the 14th chapter. All right, you get that one for me, brother, all right? Jeremiah 14, we're going to start at verse 1, all right? Jeremiah 14, verse 1. Right, you got it? Jeremiah should be in the Old Testament, all right? 14 and verse 1. You got it, word.
That the word of the Lord came unto Jeremiah and conquering the devil.
Okay, right? So now, the word of the Most High, right, that came to Jeremiah concerning the death. Let's read on.
Judah mourneth.
Now, what does it mean to mourneth? Judah mourneth. You know what mourneth mean, brother?
Sorrow.
There you go, sorrow. Sad, right? Now, Judah, if my name was Judah, what would you call me? Now, if you're in the hood, they may say, hey, Jay, what's up, Jay? What else they may say? Now, if your name Anthony, they may call you what? Ant, right? Your name Stephen, they may call you what? Steve, right? So now, Judah, if a brother name was Judah, what would you call him for short? You know, brother? You call him. Say it again.
J?
Okay. Yeah.
Jew.
Say it again.
Jew?
Jew. You call him Jew, right? Hey, what's up, Jew? What's going on, brother? Now the Lord is saying Judah is in mourning. We are sad, we are sorrowful, we are in poverty, right? So now Judah is talking about Jew, right? So now the Lord is saying here that the real Jews are in mourning. Now, with that being said, who claim to be the Jews today? The oppressor, right? Are they in mourning? That's one strike right there. They ain't in mourning. They own everything, man. They own the diamond districts, man. Matter of fact, man, the cat that owns this building is Jewish. You understand me? The Jewish cat. The Lord is saying that the real Jews are in mourning. Judah mourning. Go ahead, read on, brother.
And the gates thereof,
Language.
and the gates thereof, language as they are black unto the ground.
Now, the Lord is saying the gates thereof language. A gate is used for what? Protection. What else did God just say? That they are black unto the ground, man. People look at us like we crazy. Man, why y'all calling the white man the devil? Why y'all out there on the street corners? Why y'all saying this about Massa? We telling you what is absolutely in the Bible, man. Color is all in the Bible. Once again, this is our black history, man. We ain't being taught that God said that the real Jews are black unto the ground. Now, why did he say unto the ground? Because when you look at the ground, you have what? You have different shades of brown, which is why you have a light shade brown. That's for your Hispanics. Then you have a dark shade brown for those Haitians, man. You understand me? Then you got a lighter shade brown for the Mexicans and the Colombians and the Guatemala to Panama and the Puerto Ricans. The Lord is saying, Judah mourning. The real Jews don't have a land to go back to, right? We are low. We are in hell, and we are in need of support. But let me tell you something. We ain't going to get the support from these so-called leaders because they don't teach us about what real black history is. And real black history is that God just said, I ain't write this Bible. You understand? They say, oh, the Bible was written by a white man. All right. You want to know what I do, Nicole, when they ask me that? Right, when they say the Bible was written by a white man, was Jesus Christ white or black? Was he white or black? Right, he was a black man, right? All right. So now the oppressor then lied and said Jesus Christ was a white man. We know he's black. Then how can you believe that King James was a white man? Do you trust liars? Will you trust somebody that lied to you straight in your face and then believe them? Hell no. Maybe they stole your gun and they lied to you in your face. Maybe he had sex with your woman and he lied to you in your face. Go ahead, brother, please.
I got a question.
Come on with it.
Could you go in, I mean, I don't want to break, because it's distracting.
Mm-hmm.
But could you go into the history of King James, where they say, I've heard that he was I don't believe it, but they say he's a homosexual.
A lot of people say that. Oh man, this is what you do, right? Man, General Kuthum, right? Man, he done sent me some stuff about King James. I don't have it tonight, right? Remind me next week, and I'll bring it to class next week. But bring that up Monday night class. Gentleman Hyman give you the whole breakdown, the correct breakdown on King James, right? What I'll tell you just a little bit about King James, what I do know, right? King James was a black man that ruled 3 countries during his time. Now, he wasn't in the truth, right? But the Lord, he started working with him just a little bit. Now, a lot of people may think that even King James wrote the Bible. King James ain't write the Bible. King James paid scholars to translate the Bible in different languages so we can be able to open up this Bible and be like, okay, now I can read it. Now you got to think about it. Now the pieces coming together. Why do I say that? Because during the time of slavery, why you think they didn't want us to read this Bible? because they knew one day we will read that God said that the real Jews are black, and we'll be like, what about them? That these people are liars. They are liars. You understand me? And they didn't whitewash our images. King James, right? Even Shakespeare, man. Forget about it. Shakespeare. Who else? Solomon, right? Forget about it. Everybody great was black. Technically, you understand me? When I say black, I'm also talking about the Hispanics too. Joseph was a Hispanic. You understand me? So-called Mexicans as well. So this history is written in these books, but we don't know it. You think in a million years they're actually teaching our schools, right, that King James was a black man? No. Why not? They don't want us to look at them as liars. When, if you be technical, right, the term double means liar, right? Who lied and said they was going to give us 40 acres and a mule? I don't got to tell you. We all know that.
Right.
Who lied and said Moses was a white man? I don't even like watching the Ten Commandments no more. Oh my God. Every time I watch that garbage, it's like, man, everybody in there is white. Everybody, even the Egyptians, everybody are white. You understand me? So this is the whole point of our school, right? Like Paul said, right fast, get me Romans 13 and verse 11, right? Continue reading Jeremiah 14 and 2 from the top, brother, right? Because this is what the oppressor don't want us to know. He don't want us to know our actual history. Go ahead, read that, brother.
Judah, the Judah mourneth, and the gates of thereof language, and they are black unto the ground.
See that? They are what?
Black unto the ground.
See that? They are black unto the ground. Don't let nobody tell you color don't matter. Color matters, man. It's right there in the Bible. Color does matter. And if I could, right? How can they say color don't matter, but Jesus Christ is white? You understand me? Like, do you see how hypocritical America is? They say color don't matter. Okay, if color don't matter, why can't Jesus be a black man? Why can't he be an Asian man? Why can't he be a Chinese man or a Vietnamese man? Why the angels can't be black? Why the angels can't be brown if color don't matter? Obviously, color does matter. How you know color does matter? Because if you are white, you don't have to worry about being gunned down by a police officer if you are getting pulled over. But if you are black, you got to teach your children young. And if you got boys, you got to teach them. When the cops pull you over, be wise. Because it's a good chance, man, they could put a bullet up in your brain. They don't want us to know these things. You understand me? Color does matter. Which was why the Lord said the real Jews, they are black unto the ground. Now drop that, read Romans 13 and verse 11, Nakar.
It's the book of Romans chapter 13, verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
And that knowing the time, that now is high time to wake out of sleep.
See that? This is Paul, another black man, right? Paul said, right now, read it again from the top, please, nice and loud.
It's the book of Romans chapter 13, verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
And that knowing the time.
Knowing the what?
Knowing the time.
Why is he saying knowing the time? Because we are in the last time. Right? We are in the last days of time. How you know we're in the last days of time? You got to walk around wearing a face mask. Can you imagine that 10 years ago? That everybody would have to walk around wearing a face mask. Right. He said, knowing the time, the day and time that we are in today. Read on.
That now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
It is high time to what?
To awake out of sleep.
Why is he saying it is high time to awake from out of sleep? Right now, it's time for us to realize who we are. Right. It's time for us to realize that we are the Israelites. It's time for us to realize that we are God's chosen people. Do something about this camera, brother, please. All right, that thing should not be falling down like 10, 20 times. Bubba Shaw, if you don't mind, brother, please. Make sure it's nice and steady so it don't keep falling down. All right? The water, brother, I appreciate it. So now the Lord is saying, knowing the time, that right now is time for us to wake the hell up. Now, you want to know why we awoke, man? Because of weed. Smoking too much weed. That's our problem. It's either weed or strippers. Sheesh. We're going up in those strip clubs, giving them thousands of dollars. Right. That's keeping us what? Sleep. And that's why we not awoken, man. Today in America. Read that again from the top. Brother, right fast. You hold Romans chapter 11 and verse 1. You hold that for me, all right? Read that again from the top, Nicole.
I also got a story for you, too.
No sweat. We'll get it after this, all right?
It's the book of Romans chapter 13, verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
And that knowing the time, that now is high time to awake out of sleep.
See that? Right now we are asleep. How you know we are asleep? Look at how we live in our lives.
Right.
And sin. And iniquity. Our eyes are open, but yet we don't see not one thing. Read on.
To awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed.
Read it again, slow it down a little bit. For now is what?
For now is our salvation.
For now is what?
Salvation.
For now is what?
Is our salvation.
See that? For now is our salvation. Come on. Wake up. It ain't say everybody's salvation. Read it again from the top, please.
And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Now it's time for us to realize that we are Israelites. I'm not just telling you this. I'm telling you this because it's inside the Bible. It's time for us to wake the hell up. Read.
Now is our salvation. For now is our salvation nearer.
For now is who?
Nearer.
For now is our.
Our salvation nearer.
See that? That's Black history right there. For now is our salvation nearer. Now, why is that key to understand? Because in the Christian church, what do they teach? That everybody can be saved.
Right.
Which really don't make no sense. Because what do everybody need to be saved from? Everybody not oppressed.
Right.
We are oppressed in America. Think about the other nations, right? Do we have a country we can go back to? Hell no. And I ain't trying to hear Africa. Because that's not our country right there. You go in Southwest and down Upper Darby, those Africans, they will tell you that we are not the same people. The Lord is saying that our salvation is nearer, man. When we believe, when we have brotherhood, when we treat somebody how we want to be treated, when we actually understand that we ain't African American, but we are Israelites. We are God's chosen people. Read Romans 11 and verse 1, brother.
For I say then, has God cast away his people?
Now, have God cast away his people? Why is he asking that? Have God cast away his people? Because of what his people is going through. Read on.
God forbid.
God forbid, meaning what? No. All right? God ain't cast away his people, his chosen people. Was how you know he has a people. That's why he's saying his people. Read on.
For also I am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham.
See that? Listen, man. What did Paul just say? Read one more time, brother, please.
He said, for also I am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham.
Come on, that's Paul. It's a black man. That's what Paul just said. Paul just said, I'm an Israelite from the seed of Abraham. What do we call our children? You have children, brother?
Yeah.
What do you call your children?
I usually call either their name or like a nickname I give them.
Right, got you. You ever heard somebody say, that's my seed right there?
Yeah.
Like, man, that's my son. That's my daughter. Why are you saying that? Look just like you. You understand me? Talk like you, everything. Paul's saying, listen, I'm from the seed. I'm an Israelite. From the seed of Benjamin. Read again from the top, 11 and verse 1.
I say then, has God cast away his people?
Mm-hmm.
God forbid. For also I am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham.
See that? I'm an Israelite. I'm not an African. I'm not an Egyptologist. Don't get caught up with that garbage, man. You understand me? Don't get caught up. He didn't say I'm a Christian. He said I'm an Israelite from the seed of what? Of Benjamin.
Seed of Benjamin.
See that? From the seed of Benjamin. Let's read on.
God has not cast away his people.
See that? God has not cast away his people. Go ahead.
Which he foreknew, woe yet not he cast, woe yet not what the scripture says of Elias.
Now you see that, right? So I don't get it, Nicole. Why don't they understand this? God ain't cast away his people. We are his people.
Right.
Who are the people that Christ died for? Who are the people that he was crucified for? Think about it, right? You cannot just listen to what somebody is telling you. Can you imagine if people just listen, to anything? God damn, people may hate you, right? People may hate you. Why? Because people talk bad about you, even though they don't know you. That's how people die every single day. And it's normally because of that nigga he ain't ish. That nigga ain't taking care of his kids. I can't stand him, blah, 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 whatever, man. You understand me? You can't go by what people say. You cannot listen to that preacher. Okay? And I'm going to tell you that straight up. That preacher is a liar. He's a liar. How the hell can you teach that the laws of God is done away with? Is the laws of God done away with? How we know the laws of God ain't done away with? Let's go to Matthew 5 and verse 17. And let me show you what a black man said about his mouth. All right? And that these Christians are just disgusting. They are filthy sinners. And if we listen to their Black History Month, then we will never know anything about ours. You get Matthew 5 and 17 for me, Nakar. All right? All right, when you get that, read it, please.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
Think not that I am come to destroy the law.
Read it again, nice and loud.
Think not that I come to destroy the law.
That's Black history right there. That's what Jesus Christ just said about his mouth. He said, think not. What do think not mean? Don't think. Don't put this in your mind, right? Read it again from the top.
Think not that I am come to destroy the law.
See that? Your preacher is a liar. And if I could, right? If the laws are done away with, why are you asking me for tithes? You hypocrite. They are hypocrites, man. They don't care about the laws of God, but if it is going to be some laws that is going to benefit them, man, you better believe, man, they're going to walk around that bowl. You understand that big donation box. Go ahead and take all your money, but yet they forget about the other laws of God. Read on, please.
Or the prophets.
Mm-hmm.
I am come not to destroy, but to fulfill.
See that? That's what Jesus just said about his mouth. But yet people hate us. When this is the King James Bible, this is what Jesus said out his own mouth. Drop down to verse 17. You at 17, 19, Salakia.
Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments.
Read that again.
Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments.
Now give me some least commandments, right? Some small commandments that most people may not know is a commandment, right? Because I know growing up, man, we were all taught what? About 10 commandments, right? We were all taught that. It's 10 commandments inside the Bible. I know it's over 600 commandments inside this book, man. 600, right? So now give me some least commandments that, men or women break every single day, not knowing it's a commandment of God. Go ahead, Nakar.
Well, I can't. I was going to say the unclean process, but
you said what? Say that again.
I was going to speak on the unclean.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not coming to the sanctuary, so I wouldn't say that. I would say more so like the dietary laws.
Okay.
We eat ham, shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. Things of that sort. On the regular, we won't even know. Like,
right. Absolutely. Think about it. Before the Bible, did you know that shrimp was unlawful? When I say unlawful, meaning abomination. You know that, brother? You know it, but a lot of our people don't know it. You understand me? I know when I was growing up, I used to eat shrimp fried rice. You understand me? I like me a little gravy up in my rice, man. Get some shrimps and, chicken wings. You forget about it. I just caught the nigga like this. I'm asleep, brother. You understand me? Those are some least commandments, like eating crab and lobster and pork, right? So now the Lord said, those that break the least commandments and teach men so, Read on, Nicole, in Matthew.
And shall teach men so, he shall be called least.
He should be called what?
Least.
Go ahead.
In the kingdom of heaven.
All right. So now, you got to understand this, because this is Black history, right? Okay. Give me an example of somebody that, that is least in the oppressor's kingdom. Just give me an example, right? Just so you can somewhat understand how if somebody break, right, some of the least commandments of God and teach men, they say men, mankind, men or women, right, then they will be least in the kingdom of heaven, right? Which is the kingdom of heaven is Christ's kingdom, right? The kingdom, the rulership that Jesus Christ is going to rule on the planet Earth. Give me some examples of somebody being least in Esau's kingdom. Anybody? Go ahead.
I insert. It would be like your typical Trump supporter, the ones that, that go to bat for him, like your typical redneck, what I mean, lower class to skimming the middle class people, the ones that, you how can I say it? Like, lower class white trailer, trailer trash.
Right. Let me give you something more simpler, right? You're right, though. You're right, Nicole, right? We in Philly. You understand me, y'all? You see those white folks with on the cardboard box. They normally give you like a long story and they ask you for change, right? They on the train, they on the L's. You see them Girard Avenue, you see them downtown 15th and JFK, right? This is their kingdom, right? When I say their kingdom, this is the oppressor's kingdom, which is their kingdom. But they are least in the kingdom of God, meaning they are not Bill Gates, right? Or Jeff Bezos. And instead of them being high in their kingdom, they are least, which is really damn bad. Because it's like you ain't even enjoy your kingdom, and now you're about to do 1,000 years of slavery. That's rough. Then you're about to be wiped out as a nation of people. So now, what is the Lord saying about our people? That if we break the least of the commandments of God and teach men so, this is talking about your pastors, right? On your reverends, that's teaching men to break the least commandments of God. He's saying they are going to be your rednecks, man, out there, bums, in Christ's kingdom. When the men that obey Christ and teach men and women to obey Christ, you're going to be like, if I can compare it to somebody today in their kingdom, right? You'll be like Bill Gates. You'll be like a black Bill Gates with 100 times more power. You'll be like Bezos in his kingdom. You understand me? You got billions of dollars, right? You got businesses. You got generational wealth. You got children. You'll be 50, 100 times better than Jeff Bezos, right? And then you'll be leasing your own kingdom. You don't want that. You understand me? Not in Christ's kingdom. Let's read on.
Verse 20. For I say unto you that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Read that again, nice and loud.
Verse 20. For I say unto you that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and the Pharisees.
He said, except your righteousness, do what?
Except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees.
Why is he saying your righteousness must exceed, meaning go beyond the Pharisees and Sadducees? Go ahead, Nokar.
Because they was wicked hypocrites and said, like what they call righteousness, you gotta surpass what they call. You gotta do what the Lord said to do. And
exactly.
If you do that, you'll get the kingdom of heaven. But if you don't, you'll be called least.
Right. Also, right. This also what Christ is saying. You cannot be like Christians.
Right.
You cannot be like them. You cannot be like Muslims. You cannot be like them, man. Right. You understand me? Your righteousness must exceed Valentine's Day. All right. right, you cannot be a part of Valentine's Day. Can't do it. Love don't have anything to do with emotion. What is love according to the Bible? Because even knowing what real love is actual Black history, and most of us don't know what love is. Right? I tell you one brother that knew what love is, man. Jesus Christ. Right? Yahweh Shah Mashiach in the Hebrew. He died on that cross so we can live, even though he did nothing. He was innocent. You understand me? What is love according to the Bible? If you know online, go ahead and type it in. Let me know if we have any questions online. You know what love is, brother?
Sacrifice.
Okay, sacrifice. You on it? You're a little close. That wasn't bad. Wasn't bad. Go to
I got it. 1 John 3:18.
1 John 3:18. That's a good one. You hold that one. That's a good one. You get me 2 John 1:6. Right? 2 John 1:6. All right. Hold up. I got one more for you as well. You had 1 John 3:18, Nicole? All right, hold 1 John 5:3 as well. All right, so 1 John 3:18, Nicole, you're going to hold that. And you're also going to hold 1 John 5:3. And brother, you're going to get 2 John 1:6. All right? When you get, read 1 John 3:18 first, Nicole. Read it nice and loud.
If I could,
Please.
I had a recent article. Pretty much not an article, but a statement that Whoopi Goldberg made.
I got
today.
it. About the Holocaust, right? Yeah, I was watching that earlier. We'll get it. We'll get it after this. All right. We'll get it after this word.
No problem. This is the book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 18.
Man, you just remind me about something too, Nicole. The water, brother. Go ahead, read that, please.
Come on, sir. This is the book of 1 John, chapter 3, and verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth.
You see that? Read it again from the top, please.
Let
everybody know where you at.
We are in the book of 1 John, chapter 3, and verse 18. My little children, let us not love in word.
Let us not love in word. Now, what is word? I love God. If you ask anybody, do they love God, right? Go home. Go to your house, right? Hey, if you love God, raise your hand. Everybody loves God, right? Everybody say they love God until what? Until it's actually time to obey God.
Right.
And then it comes to find out nobody really loves God. Read on.
Come. Let us not love in word.
Let us not love in word. You can't just say you love God with your words. I know it's easier what? Said than done. I know. It's easier said than done. You cannot just love God with your damn words. Go ahead.
Con. Neither in tongue.
Neither in what?
In tongue.
Now, what is your tongue? Your language. The language you speak. English, French, Japanese, whatever language you speak in, man. You can't just love God with your words and your tongue and your languages. Read on.
Con. But in deed.
But in what?
In deed.
But in what?
In deed.
Now, what is a deed? Like the young man said, a sacrifice. It's an action. That's deed. You love God? All right, no sweat. Don't celebrate Valentine's Day if you love God, right? If you love God, then all right, no sweat. No more shrimp, no more crab, no more lobster, man. Because love is a deed. Love is not an emotion. Emotions do what? Emotions change every minute. You go from, hey, I got a brand new car. 2 years, you hate the car. God damn, the car that got banged up so many times. Like, damn, you go from, man, this is my dream house, to now, it's time for me to move. Emotions change. God do not. You got your hand up, brother?
No.
Oh, okay. No sweat. Read what you're holding. 2 John 1:6, please.
Con.
Yeah, the brother in the back want to read it. Well, and on the front, not the back. Go, you got it.
And this is love, that we walk after his commandments, this is the commandment that as ye have heard from the beginning, ye shall walk in it.
See that? That's love. Love is walking in the commandments. Love is not saying, I love you, I can't stand you. I'm claiming those kids this year. They're arguing, fighting over who gonna claim who. God damn. That ain't love. Love is walking in the commandments of God. Don't show grandmother that. She ain't gonna like that. Boy, oh boy, man. She gonna look at you like you in a cult. Oh, you done got brainwashed. You better believe my brain is washed. Because my brain was what? Filthy. It was dirty for a very long time. You come up in here, man, to learn about real black history, man. And God said, listen, real love is actions. Real love is deeds, man. Real love is not just talk. They say what today? Talk is what?
Cheap.
It's cheap. I mean, anybody can say something, right? I can tell you right now, Jesus Christ is white, right? Hey, I can say, hey, the sky is red. You want to believe that? If I tell you the sky is red, no, you're going to believe that. Anybody can tell you the sky is red. It's a lie. But if the white man say the sky is red, I think Negroes going to believe it, man. Because they believe everything the oppressor says to do. Everything. Which is why we celebrate their holidays. We're getting ready for Valentine's Day. We're about to spend millions of dollars on candy and about to make them richer. You understand me? Real love is an action and a deed. All right, let's drop that. Go to 1 John 5 and verse 3. All right, we're gonna go to 1 John now 5 and 3. And brother, you hold Song of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 5. All right, we're gonna get a little more into black history. All right, we're gonna try to touch on the condition that we are in today, which is called black history. Right, we are in hell. The oppressor is in heaven, and we are just going through a whole lot right now. Go ahead, Warren, you got it, brother.
Song of Solomon.
Chapter 1 and verse 5. All right, you go ahead and get that. Nicole, you go ahead and read what I called for, brother.
It's the book of 1 John, chapter 5 and verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
For this is the love of God.
Read it again.
For this is the love of God.
For this is the love of God. Everybody loves God. I know. Yeah. You love God. Yeah. Selling drugs, but you love God. Okay. Yeah. I hear you. For this is the love of God, meaning this is how we really love God. Read on.
Come, that we keep his commandments.
That we do what?
Keep his commandments.
That real love is keeping God's commandments.
Right.
Remember, the Most High is what? He's a man of war. Right? That's Exodus 15 and verse 3. The Most High is a man of discipline.
Right.
And he wants us to live, with discipline and self-control. All right. And controlling our hands and controlling our fingers, controlling our body members. The Most High God wants us to understand our history and who we are today. Read Song of Solomon 1 and 5, brother. Nice and loud.
I am black but comely.
Let everybody know where you at, please.
This is Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
I am black but comely.
See that? Hey, that's Solomon out of his own mouth. Right? He said, I'm black and comely. What is comely? You know what comely is, brother? Comely is like, all right, this is how you know he was a black man, right? Comely is old Quaker English for beautiful. Hey, I'm black and I'm comely. Now, of course, the Bible was written thousands of years ago, so they say beautiful, but he like, I'm black and I'm comely. That's how black men speak. Hey, I'm black and I know I'm what? I know I'm shit. You understand me? Hey, I'm black and I'm beautiful. That's what King Solomon just said. He a black man. That's black history. Now think about it, right? If King Solomon is saying he's black and comely, what was his father? There you go. It was black because his son was black. So the prophet King David was a black man because his son was a black man. Read Song of Solomon 1 and 5 again from the top.
The Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
I am black but comely.
See that? He said, I'm black and I'm beautiful. But not talking about I'm a white man. Man, that's an insult right there. Come on. King Solomon, white David, forget about it. That ain't. Listen, That's white history. You understand? That's what we learn in our schools and in classes. We don't learn black history. We learn white history. Go ahead, read on.
O ye daughters of Jerusalem,
Mm-hmm.
as the tents of Kedar and the curtains of Solomon.
Drop down to verse. Hold on, this whole chapter is good. Drop down to verse 10. Song of Solomon 1 and 10.
Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
They check me. Thy cheeks are comely with rows of jewels.
Come on, man. Who you know like rocking those jewelries, man? Not the oppressor. King Solomon, he said, my cheeks are comely with rows of jewels, man. Read on.
Thy neck with chains of gold.
Listen, who you know rock chains? Black people. Listen, he's saying, listen, King Solomon rocked those some chains. You know, like Lil Wayne, man, they make a couple, well, not Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne make a couple mil, but Lil Wayne made some money, brother. Jay-Z and all those young Jeezy, those celebrities and all that, they rocking those chains. You understand? He said, thy neck with chains of gold. Let's read on.
In the book of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
Thy cheeks are comely with rows of jewelry, or jewels, and thy neck with chains of gold.
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 11, verse 11. We will make thee borders of gold with studs of silver.
Come on, man. And he rocked what? Gold teeth. You understand me? King Solomon rocked gold teeth, right? Who on famous man that had a gold grill? What's his name? I forget his name. Is it go ahead.
Who had a gold grill? It wasn't Mr. T.
Man, I forget his name.
It was,
what's his damn name?
It's right there in my head.
Lil Wayne rocked the gold grill as well for a
yeah.
minute, but it's another brother that I'm thinking about. Is it Young Gotti? Oh man, it's one of those cats, man. He rocking gold. Listen, black people rocking gold grills. You understand? You get what I'm saying, right? Go ahead.
And if I could, sir, like it's amazing how like like the Lord said, nothing is new under the sun, and like a lot of things that we do, if we come back to, it's just amazing how like it's really like embedded in our spirit to do these type of things, like rolling dice, playing craps, having family gatherings, like that's the type of people we are, and it's so sad that we love to gather with our people so much, but the white man is making us, oh yeah, y'all want to come together on Thanksgiving, 4th of July, Easter, and stuff like that. Like he infiltrated our whole system. But when you really look at Israel, and you look in these scriptures, you will see the direct correlation. There's no way in the world that these characteristics can fit white people.
Exactly. And if I could, right? Not even just that, McCall.
Right.
But if you can read, it's common sense.
Right.
Like we are an educated nation of people. We didn't went to school. We didn't went to colleges and all that. We can read. We know when King Solomon say, I'm black and comely, he's saying I'm black and beautiful. Right? That's just reading. That's just open up your eyes and reading what's actually inside the book.
Right.
You understand me? And which why, once again, they ain't want us to read this book during slavery because they were afraid of us actually, reading it and knowing what the hell the truth was. Let's go to John 8 and verse 32. Let's go there right fast. All right. John 8 and verse 32. Because once again, they'd rather us sleep. We sleep and we hide. So now we ain't worried about reading because we worry about rolling Dutches.
Right.
Or we worry about the next strip club we about to go to. Right. You understand me? Or on the next party or the next, bottle we about to go ahead and buy. And those things, man, those materialistic things that we chase the American dream, it keeps us asleep. It keeps us asleep in America today. All right? Go, you have that, brother? All right, no sweat. No sweat. When you get it, let me know, right? No, Carl, you get me Matthew on the 15th chapter, all right? Matthew, the 15th chapter. Go ahead. Let me know if we have anything online.
We actually do.
Come on with it.
Young man D said, Shalom, sir. I was watching Black Watch yesterday and something was brought up about sisters cutting off heads of heathens.
Cutting off heads of heathens, right?
I actually got the scripture. I'm going to listen 2 Samuel's 20th chapter and the 22nd
What's
verse.
his question on it?
Like, where can you find it?
Where can you find what?
Where it states that sisters cut off their heads.
Right. Did he quote a on scripture, or is he asking for the scripture?
He said, where might I find that? The scripture. He asking where will he find sisters cutting their heads off?
Gotcha.
Cutting people's heads off.
Gotcha. We about to read about a bad sister. What's her name? Y'all know?
Is it talking about where? You talking about in Matthew?
No, not in Matthew. And man, I'm trying to give it to you. All right, we all should know about this.
Are you talking about Esther?
Esther. That's exactly what the hell I'm talking about.
Right.
You understand me, brother? We got Esther coming up on February 14th, right? Of course, the world is going to be celebrating Valentine's Day, right? And the Isupk on the Commanding Geniana, man, we're gonna remember Esther, right? And what she done. Man, I ain't gonna give you the story yet, man. You understand me? We got it coming up in about 2 weeks, but this is basically, I believe, what the brother is talking about here. You understand me? How, Esther used her beauty. You understand me? And most of all, the love for her people to help destroy that goddamn king. You understand me? That was trying to cut off the Israelites and destroy them completely. I believe his name was Haman, if I ain't mistaken. Go ahead, brother. You got it. Call.
It was like really, it was like the king was like head over heels for Esther. It was his council was like trying to make decrees and stuff like that. Like, look, if nobody is worshiping the God, this is what I'm talking about Daniel. I think that that was Daniel. They pretty much they made a decree, right? Son that even the king can't overview.
Right, for sure.
So the destroy the Israelites, and then she got it into where like at least let us be able to defend ourselves in this day. You don't really can't go with it, but
she figured out. You understand me? Like how Rebecca figured out. You understand me? When the Lord was about to bless Esau, the Lord said, "No, I'm not having that." You understand me? And that sister, man, the Lord put, his spirit on her, and she did something great. Right? We're going to read about Esther, brother. Purim, once again, February 14th, right? We're going to read about that sister and what she have done, right, man, to help deliver the Israelites, which also goes to show, if I could, these sisters up in the UPK, brother, they ain't no joke. You understand? You go ahead and mess with them when you want to, brother. Listen, you see this sword right here, right, brother? Listen, man, they might chop your damn head off. You understand? We got some bad bros up in here, baby. And we're going to read about one Esther. We're going to read about that sister, man. Listen, Monday, February 14th and the 15th, man. We're going to have food. We're going to have drinks up in here. Bring some food. Bring your family. Bring your wife and kids. We're going to get on once again to remember the righteousness of that sister, man, which was just, absolutely, man, righteous in the sight of men and God. Go ahead, Nicole. You got your hand up, brother.
Okay, this scripture right here, 2 Samuel's 20th chapter and 22nd verse. It says,
did he send that one, or this is scripture that you have?
This is the scripture that I have.
Gotcha. Go ahead, read it, please. Go ahead.
This 2 Samuel's 20 and 22. Then the woman went unto all the people in her wisdom, and they cut off the head of Sheba, the son of Bichri, and cast it out to Joab. And he blew a trumpet, and they retired from the city every man to his tent, and Joab returned to Jerusalem unto the king.
Right, got you. So that's a good one right there. But I believe he's referring to Esther. You understand me? That's a good one right there. And on Samuel, you understand me? Once again, man, that's just that's just war. You understand me? Was it anything else on his own question, or is we solid here? Can I move on? Do we have anything else online? Do we have any questions? Go ahead.
I have a story with what we go over.
Right, hold that. We're gonna get that before we end the class, right? We have any questions in the room? You have any questions, brother? All right, no sweat.
Okay, John, you want me to get?
Hold on. Matthew. Hold on. Did I call for John? You can drop John. Let's go to Matthew the 15th chapter. All right, we're gonna go there right fast. Matthew 15. All right. Bear with me 1 second. Okay. All right, let's start at Matthew 15 and verse. This whole chapter is good. I don't think I can get the whole chapter. Just try to get some of it. Okay. All right. 15 and 8. Matthew 15 and verse 8.
Come. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 15 and verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
This people draw nigh unto me with their mouth.
Now, who's speaking here? Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
This is Christ.
All right, this is Christ speaking here, right? Right? And Christ saying, this people draweth nigh unto me with their mouth. Go ahead.
Come. This people draw nigh unto me with their mouth, and honoreth me with their lips.
Now, how can you honor Christ with your lips?
What you say?
Yes, by what you say about Christ. Oh, yeah, I love Christ. Oh, yeah, I know Christ, my Lord and Savior. Man, you ever ask somebody, how you doing? What do they say? I'm blessed. You understand me? I know you just blessed by God. You understand me? Christ saying, this people draw nigh unto me, meaning you coming close to me, not by your actions, but by the things you say. This people draw nigh unto me with their, nigh is old Quaker English for near, or like unto, right? Meaning you coming unto me with your mouth and with your lips. Let's read on.
Come. And honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me.
Now, what is your heart? But their heart is far from me. Your heart is your what? That's exactly what it is. It's your mind, right? Most High Christ, your brother Ham, right? So now your heart is your mind. Why is Christ saying, but their minds are far from me? Real simple. You ever heard, well, let me use this, right? You're in a relationship, right? You're a man, woman, and a man, right? He say, I love you with all my heart. Or she say, I love you with all my heart, right?
Right.
They honor you with their lips, their mouths, right? Yeah, that's my man, or that's my wife, but damn, y'all go home, y'all arguing, and y'all fighting like cats and dogs, Tom and Jerry. You understand me? Screaming around those kids, raising them up how you were raised, right? Now, with that being said, your spouse saying, I love you, right? How you know if her or him, right, or his mind is far from you? Let's use her first, right? She say, I love you, right? But yeah, she's a whore. She having sex with multiple men, right? She honoring you with her lips, right? But where is her mind at? Everywhere else besides your bed. You understand me? It's in Johnny bed. It's in Malik bed. It's in James bed. It's in Tariq bed. You understand me? It's like you honoring me with your lips and your mouth by the things you say. But damn, you got men friends and you having sex with them? Christ saying, all right, you honoring me, but you got Allah. You got white Jesus. You got Caesar Borgia. You like, okay, you got Valentine's Day. You honoring me. You saying you love me with your lips, but your heart, your mind is far from me, man, because you're not obeying the Most High God. And when you are not obeying the Most High God, your mind is somewhere else. It's somewhere else, man. You understand me? It's like up on the moon somewhere. You in your own zone. You doing your own thing. Let me tell you something, man. Commanding Jenny Hanna taught me, man. Never do your own thing. Doing your own thing is why you are in prison. Doing your own thing is why you committed that abortion. Doing your own thing is why you lost that job. It's why you lost your temper. Doing your own thing is why you got into a car accident, man. And why you got a DUI, because you were driving around drunk.
Right.
Should never do your own thing. Never get caught up doing your own thing. Do the thing Christ wants you to do. When you're mad and you want to kill somebody, remember when Christ said, "Be angry, but sin not." Go ahead, brother. You got it, please. You got your hand up. No sweat. You understand me? So Christ is saying, listen, this people, yeah, you talking a good game, but I see you smoking all that weed behind closed doors. You think I don't know? Huh? You think you can fool me? You think you can fool the Most High God when his eyes are 10 times brighter than the goddamn sun? You ain't fooling nobody but yourself. This is what Christ is telling them, man. You understand me? Let's read on.
Verse 9, but in vain they do worship me.
What is vain? What do vain means? Vain means what? Nothing. We worship Christ in Valentine's Day, right? We worship him in vanity, things that means nothing to God. Let's read on.
But in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines and commandments of men.
Teaching what?
But in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men.
What is a doctrine? A doctrine. Go ahead, Nicole.
It's teaching.
Here you go. Right, that's it right there. It's a teaching. It's something you believe in. Something that somebody taught you, right? So now, what are teachings or doctrines of men? Hold on. Bear with me 1 second. All right. So he said, right? Hold on. He said, but in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. What's the doctrine of men that is in the Bible and that we know everybody follows? Hold on. Go ahead, brother, young man. Christianity, I'll take it. Where is it at in the Bible, though? I'll take it, though. Christianity, that's a good one, right? Let's go to Deuteronomy. Okay. Hold on. Deuteronomy 28. Okay. Deuteronomy 28 and 36. All right. Deuteronomy 28 and 36. All right. Brother, you read it when you get it. All right. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 36. All right. We're going to go there right fast. You have Matthew, right, Nicole?
So, Matthew 15 and 9.
Okay, hold Matthew, because I'm coming right back there in a second, Warrior. All right? Okay. If you can hold that for me, please. And brother, you go ahead and read Deuteronomy 28 and 36.
Time check, sir. 8:44.
The water, brother.
The book of Deuteronomy 28, 36. The Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
Now, bear with me for a second, right? Who is over us today? Okay, who is the United States president? The United States of America. Joe Biden, right? Before Biden, it was who? It was Trump. Before Trump, it was who? Obama. Was Obama a black man or African? Absolutely. You understand me? A lot of our people think he was a black brother, but boy, oh boy, our eyes closed, right? So now, read it again from the top, 28 and 36, nice and slow.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, 36. The Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
He's like, we don't know this nation. We don't know America. Man, we can barely speak English, man. You understand me? This ain't our original language. Our language is Hebrew, the Lashawan Kodash. We don't know these people, these beasts. Read on.
Chapter 37.
Hold on, you got a little more on 36.
36.
Mm-hmm.
Unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
Mm-hmm.
And thou shalt serve the other gods.
And now we're going to serve other gods. And these are the other gods that we are going to serve. Now, all right, you guys stay with me. We in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, which means what? We are going over the curses of God. Deuteronomy 28, 1 to 15 was the blessings. Well, 1 to 14. Then 15 down is then describing the curses that came on before the Israelites in the last days of time as they came out of Egypt, right? So now we are reading a curse that came upon our people in that day and time period, right? So now this is that curse. Read it from the top one more time, brother.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, 36.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
Mm-hmm.
And there shall you serve them. Thou shalt you serve other gods, wood and stone.
Okay, how you know the Bible is real? What are we serving today? Wood and stone. You can't tell me this Bible ain't real. God damn. You can't tell me this Bible ain't real. What are we serving today? The wood. What's the wood?
Would be a cross.
The wooden cross.
Right.
That everybody wear around their neck.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus piece. Put the Jesus piece down. God damn. What's the stone? Cobblestone. Simple, right? Simple enough. We all understand that. All right. The two main religions today, Christianity and Islam. We are serving these idols and these false gods because we are under a curse, which how you know we are the Israelites. You understand me? We are God's chosen people. Now, let's go back. Go back to Matthew 15 and read the end of verse 9, please.
But in vain they, Salakia, in the book of Matthew chapter 15 verse 9, but in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men.
See that? That's the commandments of men. Christianity is what? A man-made religion.
Right.
Islam is what? A man-made religion. Even they tell you the Prophet Muhammad. It's a man-made religion. It has nothing to do with God, right? All right. Let's go to one more. Deuteronomy 29 and 17. Let's go there right fast. Deuteronomy 29 and 17. Young brother, you read that one for me. All right. Deuteronomy 29 and 17. Once again, this is our history that's not being taught every day in our schools or classes. Read it, brother.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29, verse 17. And ye have seen their abominations and their idols, wood and stone.
See that? God's saying that's an abomination. He hated it, man. Right? It's an idol. That idol is wood and stone. Which why the Isupk under Command Geniana, man, we teach what? That Christianity is idol worship. Islam is idol worship. God damn. Even in the Quran. You gotta know what it says inside the Quran. You're supposed to follow the first 5 books of the Bible. What the hell is going on? That's in the Quran. You understand me? Musa. They always talk about Musa. Musa. Well, Musa said, don't serve no other idols. No wood or stone. 1 second, Nicole. Let me wrap this up right fast. Go ahead, read on, brother, please.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 29, verse 17. And ye have seen their abominations and their idols, wood and stone, silver and gold, which were among them.
Now, what is the silver and the gold? Give me that. What's the silver and the gold?
Got the money?
Okay, not quite. Well, that's if you worship money, if you make money a god. But give me the silver and gold here, right? Silver and gold. Remember, we talk about what? We're talking about the cross and the stone, right? Silver and gold. What do they do down on Mecca? They give gold to the cobblestone. You understand me? What do people do today? They wear gold Jesus pieces, right? Well, the ones they wear silver ones. They wear silver and they wear gold ones. You understand me? The Lord, the Most High, is saying that is idol worship, and we need to be taught this in America, man. You understand me? To stop worshiping these idols because this is Black history. Black history is this. The God of this Bible don't want us serving nobody else besides Him. Let's go to Job. Give me Job 30 and verse 30. You got a question, a car, or a comment? Come on with it.
I want to speak on Islam.
Come on with it.
So today, I was in a room on Clubhouse with with brothers that wanted that Muslim and things of that sort, and really they try to downplay the Bible. I'm like, well, they basically said that Muhammad came to complete the Bible, and I was like, well, how can Muhammad? One, he's not an Israelite. Come and try to switch everything around, that's in the Bible. All the laws and everything like that. Like an Israelite will see that Quran and like, what in the world is this? This is not of the Lord. First off, why would the Lord change His name as Allah?
We got to think about it like this, right? They don't know anything about God,
Right.
So it's like they don't know His name, right? So to them, it's like His name is Allah. When of course to you, His name is Yahweh.
Right.
You understand me? So that more goes into how we are destroyed for lack of knowledge, and also right, we have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge. You understand me? We want to serve God. How we all want to serve God? Because all of us are Christians and Muslims, but we don't serve Him according to the correct knowledge of God. You understand me? You holding something for me, brother? All right, no sweat. Did I call for something to call?
Lies.
You sure? I think I'm missing something.
Lies. So you didn't.
All right, no sweat. Let's go to Job 30 and 30. Let's go there. All right, if you can get that one for me, Nakar. And brother, you get me Daniel 10, 5 and 6. All right, Daniel chapter 10 verse 5 and 6.
This is the book of Job, chapter 30 and verse 30.
All right, just a little more on Black history. You understand me? Something you would never learn in the Christian church, right? Because they don't want us to know the truth. All right, read.
Come, my skin is black upon me, and my bones are burned with heat.
See that? That's the prophet Job.
Right.
He said, "My skin." You got your hand up, brother?
Yeah, I was trying to make sure you wanted. What chapter in Daniel you want?
Daniel chapter 10 and verse 5 and 6. All right. Read that again from the top, Nakar. Let everybody know where you at, please.
Come, it's the book of Job, chapter 30 and verse 30.
We at Job 30 and verse 30. Now, if they're going to teach us about Black History Month, come on, let's talk about Job. Job was a great man, Nakar. You understand me? He was righteous. God damn, it says he was an upright man. Right? He walked with the Most High God. He obeyed the Most High God, Yahweh. Read.
Come, my skin is black upon me.
My skin is what?
Black upon me.
Come on, man. You're going to talk about Black History Month. Let's keep it all the way a beam. Right? Job, the prophet Job, he said, my skin is black. Can you spell that out, please, Nakar? Please, brother.
B-L-A-C-K.
One more time, just in case they don't understand you.
B-L-A-C-K.
And now read it from the top, please. Let everybody know where you're reading from.
This is the book of Job, chapter 30 and verse 30.
Mm-hmm.
My skin is black upon me.
There you go. Come on. That's black history right there. Remember, the prophets of God were called what? Niger.
Right.
Because we are black, Hispanic, indigenous, right? Read Daniel chapter 10 and verse 5 and 6, brother, please.
The book of Daniel, chapter 10, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen.
Now, this Daniel, right? Daniel has seen a vision, right? Daniel went on a fast for 3 weeks, right? Fast for 3 weeks, no food, no water, 3 weeks, right? Of course, you know from the scriptures, when you fast, that brings you closer to the Most High God spiritually, right? So now Daniel is seeing a vision here. Let's read on.
Whose loins were girded with fine gold of used fat.
So now he had a garment on. You understand me? And his loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz. Uphaz being the city. You understand me? He got a gold war belt on, man. A golden war belt on with a garment on, looking strong. Read on.
His body was like a beryl, and his face the appearance of lightning.
Now, why is he saying his body was like the barrel? Meaning he had a green garment on. All right. Jesus Christ had a green garment on. Like how we wear garments, he had a garment on too. But he had a gold war belt. Like, God damn, you think these garments something, man? These brothers are about to be rocking at the Passover in the car? Listen, you saw Christ, brother. He had a golden war belt on. He had a pure green garment on, looking like the king of Israel, man, the king of Shalom, the king of peace. Read on.
His body was also like the beryl, and his face the appearance of lightning.
Okay, now when it says, and his face as the appearance of lightning, give me that today. How can you describe that today? When his face is like the appearance of lightning. Go ahead, Nakar.
It sounds like fierce. Serious is, something like lightning is like, it says, like, the appearance is like shocking, like serious.
No, not quite. His face was as the appearance of lightning. When you see lightning, what do you see? Go ahead.
Light.
You see light, right? So when you see Christ, his face was as lightning, meaning he had a genetic glow on him, like how blacks and Hispanics have, man. You understand? You see that genetic glow. You say, damn, that's the king right there. That's the king of Israel, right? Read on.
And his eyes lamps of fire.
And why was his eyes lamps of fire? It's like how you like to drink wine. Listen, Jesus Christ liked to drink some wine too, brother and sister. You understand? That's why he had red eyes. It didn't say blue eyes. Right? Remember, the oppressor don't want us to know about real black history. This is real black history right here. He had red eyes because he drunk wine. Like how when you drink in here and there, man, you had a long day, man, your eyes red. They red. Why? Because you had a couple of good drinks. Yeah, a couple. I know. It's like 10. You understand? You had a couple drinks and now you chilling. Go ahead, read on, warrior.
And his eyes lamps of fire.
And his eyes is lamps of fire. Go ahead.
And his arms and his feet like the color to polished brass.
You see that? Come on, man. They say color don't matter. Color is all in the Bible. Read that last line. The last line you just read, brother.
And his arms and his feet like the color to polished brass.
See that? And his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass. What color is brass?
Brown.
It's a brown color, like a penny. You understand me? He was like unto color. He was a color man. You understand? They call it with the color purple or the color this or the color that. He was color in brass, meaning he was a brown, dark-skinned man. Read on.
And the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude.
See that? And when he spoke, he ain't speak like a child. You understand me? When he spoke, when he read, man, he spoke as a man that was in authority. You understand me? And those demons heard his voice every damn time, and they were afraid. You understand me? He spoke as the voice of a multitude. Read on.
Acts 86. From year 7.
Yes, please.
And I, Daniel, let alone saw the vision, for the men that were with me saw not the vision.
Now, why did Daniel see the vision? Real simple.
Would be because he was on the fast?
Absolutely. Right? That's why he saw the vision, right? Because he was fasting. He was fasting at the time, so the Lord showed him something, and he ain't showed the other people. You understand me? He saw the appearance of Jesus Christ. He had a gold war belt on. He was black. He had woolly hair. How we know he had woolly hair? It's also in the book of Revelation. You understand me? And his arms and his feet were like unto color. Why the hell they ain't teaching us this in Black History Month, man? God damn, teach us something. All right, I get it. You want to call it Black History Month? Then teach us about the greatest man that ever walked the face of this earth by the name of Jesus Christ. But I tell you what they do teach us, man. Let's drop that. Let's go to Proverbs 8 and 36. All right. Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 36. This book right here is going to save our lives. But we got to obey it. We got to believe in it. You understand me? You read that Jesus Christ was a black man and he was a man of war, right? He wasn't no chump. He was an all-stater man. Nicole, you give me Proverbs 8 and 36. Bubba Kashaw, I'm going to wrap it up in a second, unless anybody have any questions. All right? Read about this book called the Bible. Man, this book should give you motivation.
Right.
You understand me? This book should give you hope. This book should give you a sense of justice, that justice is coming. You understand me? And if we come back to this brotherhood, we come back to this sisterhood, and if we actually come back to Black history and what real Black history is, to know that we are the Israelites, we are God's chosen people, and that we are in this condition because we then transgressed, we then broke the commandments of God, then we'll be all right if we repent. Read what you have, brother. Nice and loud.
Come. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 8 and verse 36.
Mm-hmm.
But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul.
Read it again.
But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul.
But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul.
Right.
This is our book. Why do you think we are destroyed? We always what? Wrong. Always making mistakes. This is why right here. Read it again from the top, please.
Come. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 36.
Mm-hmm.
But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul.
Oh, you want to pay child support for the rest of your life? Go have sex with these whores and thoughts if you want. You want to wrong your own soul, brother. That's all you want to do. Go, says you want to kill another baby, go down Planned Parenthood and murder an innocent baby. Read it again from the top.
Come. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul.
If you sin against the Most High God, then you are wronging your own soul. That sin is going to destroy you each and every day. Read on.
Come. All they that hate me love death.
Read it again.
All they that hate me love death.
Read it again.
All they that hate me love death.
Why do you think people dying every day? Listen, man, you ever been to a funeral? What's one thing they always say at the funeral? How good the person was, right? Oh, he was such a good person. Oh, she was so good. They don't bring up all the sins they committed. You understand me? When we sin against God, we die. That's Romans 6 and 23. For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is life and eternity.
Right.
You understand me? This book right here that we call the Bible, this is Black history.
Right.
You understand? Everything in this book is black or Hispanic or indigenous. The only book that only belongs to us and God shows it to people. All right. Do anybody have any questions? With that being said, I'm going to pass the class over to Priest and Officer Nakar.
Class. All right. All right, let's give a hand to Priest and Captain. All right. This is ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, start out at 1 West on 125th Street, Hall, New York, under Commander Johnny Honda. We're from new brother and sister. When the new brother and sister comes into the school, they have all limits for 6 months. You'll be saluted only. They're here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After the 6 months, if a brother and sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes are just a commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi, chapter 3, 8 through 10. My Asherah will mean 10th in Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you like. Upcoming holy convocation will be the Feast of Purim. That's the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month. You can find this in the book. So it will be Monday the 14th, okay? And Tuesday, the 15th of February of this year. You find this in the book of Esther, chapter 9, verses 20 to 31. All right. Wafium, make sure you check the bulletin board in the hallway of the school. And if any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, headbands, or scarves like that. Imagine, which means to stand. All right. So Hakadam means turn. We're going to turn face to east. We're going to send out these prayers. All right. What we do when we send out the prayers, we put our hands up like this, lift up our holy hands. All right. And this is the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Just repeat after me. All right. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shankar. Yahweh. Malafuka. Taba'a. Ratazaka. Hayah. Aisha. Barataza. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Latanawa. Lakam. Ka. Yawam. Wasalakinawa. Kawafinawa. Kabawafinawa. Wala'a. Tabi'ayinawa. Banasayan 1. Abba. Hawashayinawa. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Wala'ala. Walapara. Lawalayim. Amen. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thy is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Okay. This is a prayer for Akah in Hebrew. All right. Yahweh. Bahashem Yahushai. Baba Kashar. Nethalanawa. Haka. La Pa'a. Kamakala. Wakamalawa. Haka. La Tahar. Hamatazarayim. Haka. Lahakwim. Hamafiam. Haka. Al-Kawath. Hatama Allah. Lagarshan. Ba'ashem Yahushai. The Wada Amam. All right, the English.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the
The
power.
power to heal.
The power to heal.
All manner of
All
sickness.
manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
Power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean
To
spirits.
cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Son Christ. This is the prayer to bless Israel. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
By Hashem Yahweh.
By Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Barak Yahweh.
Barak Lenawa.
Why Yasha Allah.
Why Yasha Allah.
Why Bayas.
Wahabayas.
Saparian.
Saparim.
Barak.
Barak.
By Hashem Yahweh.
By Hashem Yahweh Shai.
The water Amon.
The water amount. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh
In the
Shai.
name of Yahweh.
Bless us
Bless us.
and Israel
And Israel.
and the school.
And the school.
In the name of Yahweh
In the
Shai.
name of Yahweh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. All right. This is the blessings in Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatha Yahweh.
Why Yahweh Shai.
Why Yahweh Shai.
Why Maka Allah.
Why Meyaka Allah.
Why Lahayim.
Why Allahayim.
Matala Bayam.
Mataliba'ah.
Alawat Yahana.
Alawak Yahana.
Halawatiyam.
Halawapiyam.
Hasarayim.
Hasarayim.
Hakayayim.
Hakasayayim.
Hakayayim.
Hakasayayim.
Why Wafiyam.
Wafiyam.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashem Yahweh Shai.
By Hashem Yahweh Shai.
The water Amon.
The water amount. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding Jenny Yahana.
Commanded Judah Yahana.
The generals.
generals.
The captains.
Captains.
The officers. The troopers.
Troopers.
And the
And
sisters.
the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh
In the
Shai.
name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So big. Sorry, me to turn around now. All right. Men of Israel, we're gonna give one quick courtesy salute. All right. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat. So you'll go like this. All right. Imadim, feet to a 45-degree angle with your fists at your seams of your pants like this. All right. All right. Barak.
Yahweh Bash.
I was gonna break it down.
Go, you got it, brother, please.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bashem,
Hashem,
Yahweh Shai,
Yahweh Shai,
Barakatah.
Barakatah.
All right.
Translate it, please.
Come. What we said was, may the Lord be with you in Christ's name. All right. Yahweh Tah, we're going to put our hands down. We're going to turn and face the sisters. Sorry. We're going to turn and face the sisters. All right. Men of Israel, we're going to give the sisters one quick courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Imam Shabbat. Imadim. Barak.
Yahweh Shamar Alatha Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shamar by Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, that's our salute to the sisters. All right, Yahweh Tah, your hands down. Class is mixed.
All right. You want to bring it down for me, brother. Hold on, sir.
Appreciate that. And what you say your name is again?
It's Rory.
Rory.